Right, so we are live, guys. Feel like I'm on a radio show. So for those that are watching this or joining into the live or just listening in or watching back previously, we thought we'd actually introduce what the Secret Property Club is because there's been quite a bit of confusion. So the Secret Property Club Facebook group is a Facebook group for general information, little bits and pieces, snippets of information, training, that sort of thing. But the Secret Property Club is actually a membership club for a variety of other things. There's going to be online networking day and evening to cater for everybody's availability. There's going to be wellbeing accountability sessions with myself. They could be weekly or once a month, depending on need and demand. Then there's going to be, this is ever evolving, but we're probably going to blow ourselves out the water with this, property trading courses with every strategy. So there's going to be like title splitting, serviced accommodation is going to be the second one. We've got buy, refurbish, refinance, and we're going to break down every single step. Now, we're probably going to have every property trainer hate us, but charging $3,000 for a course really annoys us. Then there's going to be like a Q&A. So although you can have this in the Facebook group, this is going to be an opportunity for people to go, right, I'm really struggling with this. Can you help me? And getting that support as well. And then also we're going to have expert-led webinars. So again, what we've done in the Facebook group is we've put little polls, we've put questions, what are people interested in? And then we've kind of reacted to that and gone, right, okay, this will be valuable. So the first one is going to be by John Dale. So he's we did a poll, what are people struggling with? And a lot of it was raising investor finance or getting finance for deals such as bridging, development finance, raising investor finance, etc. So we've got John Dale doing a live webinar for free. In the future, they won't all be free. They'll be in the membership group as well. And then he's going to break down those sort of myths about getting into property with those aspects as well. So what we're hoping for is that the Secret Property Club will tailor to everybody, whether you're a seasoned developer, you're brand new in property, you're just a little bit curious, or you've done loads of property training and had zero support, guidance, mentoring, accountability, and it's quite lonely. So that's in a massive nutshell what it is. So I don't know if you guys want to add anything in or there's any questions that we can answer. But yeah.
I will add a little bit in. Hello, everyone. Yes, thank you very much for the introduction that you already did on the Secret Property Club, but you summed it really, really well. That's our goal, is to have a community of people that not only going to come on board and participate and learn with the materials that the Secret Property Club have on, but also participate and add value to each other. When we share the experiences that we have on our journeys, whatever the strategy is, we're going, by doing that, helping the person that is just a step behind us. And that's, I think, very powerful as a community. And that's why we want to do as many live sessions, as many mastermind sessions, Zoom sessions as possible, because it's these opportunity to ask the questions and to show what we're struggling with. And like you said, that's how we got John to come and do a webinar with us, because of somebody that made a comment or answered a poll and said what they were struggling with. So yes, when we have multiple collaborators coming and joining to produce content to the Secret Property Club. Some of those are just now, we're having talks with them. We already have Chris Knight that are doing some great work for the members of the Secret Property Club. I'm actually discussing with him when we can do the next live session with Chris Knight as well.
The one thing I've found as well, because I'm in a few other like groups of people, is that some people ask a question and people give a very broad answer and they don't break down the sort of nitty gritty of how to actually do that process. So for example, someone's taking on a rent to rent and it's a portfolio of existing tenants and that landlord has done everything wrong. There's no ASTs, there's no deposits lodged anywhere, there's nothing. And they've gone, well, what do I do? And I'm like, someone's give very vague information and I've gone, right, I'll break it down step by step with the legalities for you so you stay safe. Whereas there's not a lot, even if you've paid thousands of pounds for training and mentoring, you don't always get the nitty-gritty broken down into actually how to do it. And then some people are afraid to ask for help and support, or they just go, oh, and then don't take that deal on. Like, it took me 6 months to negotiate my first deal because the little bits weren't broken down. So again, we want to give bite-sized training, 10-minute lives, breaking down questions. So if anyone's got any questions as well throughout this when you join, we'll be there. And if we don't know the answer, we'll get you the answer as well.
That's that all learning together and learning from each experiences. I mean, I've made mistakes in the past. I'm sure you guys have made mistakes. And if we can prevent those same mistakes being duplicated from other members, then it's all about sharing the knowledge and obviously helping each other.
Yes, sharing the knowledge, sharing the resources. What is it that we have? You mentioned just now, Heidi, what did you say? You said about getting the answers to your questions, but not vague answers, isn't it? That's what you were talking about. And that's the problem of just watching countless YouTube videos and following TikTokers that are into property and being on social media, Facebook groups, etc., trying to get little bits of information here and there, and also asking the same question in 10 different groups and get 10 different answers or more from different people because they have different experiences, they are in different stages of their journey. So trying to really narrow it down, where do you get the information from, can actually help your journey, getting those answers to your questions. I think that's quite important as well to mention. But as a whole, the Secret Property Club is actually also about the accountability to me. And when I first thought about what can I do with the Secret Property Club was exactly because I was spending way too much money at the time with property education. And I was thinking, how can I find a place where I will discover a group of people that will help me move forward, that I can have chats with regularly so I stay motivated, but I also have my questions answered with their knowledge. I just thought, well, we should potentially have our own group where I invite people and then I will find those people inside that group. So it's about accountability. It's about having the motivation and, seeing what others are doing to help us go and do it too.
So another thing I've found as well, because all three of us have run a networking event as well. And when you do a networking event, you pay for the price of the ticket and you might not be interested in that talk. So either you don't go, you do go, but you don't get everything you need out the room at the time. So we've decided to bring all of the gaps from a real in-person networking to an online one. So again, we've got people that can join anywhere in the world on this, anywhere in the UK, that you can collaborate with, ask questions and network with as well. So if you're going to go to a networking event, we've brought everything there online. So we've got expert webinars, questions to be answered, networking opportunities. We've got all of that for pretty much the same price as a one-off ticket, but with that continued support as well.
100%. I still run live events. And here's the thing. There's people that are 200 miles away. They cannot just come to every event. This is the beauty of having an online platform as well, is, as you mentioned, people from anywhere and on the go. And even if you can't watch the event live, the recordings are in the platform.
Yeah, because John, who's speaking, now I've always wanted to hear John speak, but if you can't align the location with the date with the person, he's in Wales. He's like 5 hours away from me. So we're bringing people from all over to everybody else in the comfort of their own home, which I quite like.
So when I was doing some property training with another company, I actually met some people from different countries that were traveling to go to that training. We're still in touch. I'm pretty sure one of them is actually part of the Secret Property Club, even though we don't speak regularly, so I'm not entirely sure. But I've seen their name somewhere on the Secret Property Club. And because we have an online platform, you can be literally everywhere, isn't it? I can have friends and family that are interested of what I do in here, but they are still based in Portugal and they can learn a little bit about what we do in here, right? I've got people asking me questions. So that's another interesting bit that we have available. Then I also want to mention about the other platforms. Maybe Steve, you want to tell us where Secret Property Club is also available on the podcast.
So we're predominantly, the club is on the Substack platform, but we're going to have content on the Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram. We're going to be getting our name out all over the place. So hopefully that will attract other people into the group that you can connect with and learn from. And the content that we're looking to actually provide is some training courses. I won't obviously mention any names. They'll give you 70% of the knowledge and not give you that extra 30%, where then you have to go and pay for the next level course. And it just keeps going in that fashion. You never get 100% answers. That isn't something we're about. We want to provide all the information to people that they need, not just cherry pick the 70% to tease you into buying the next level of training and spending another 10, 20, 30 grand or whatever. So we're looking at being high value but low cost. And I think that will change the industry as more and more people get to know about us.
I think we'll probably end up getting arrested. I think people hate to be like, what, £35 a month and you're doing all that? Get them in prison, Nigel.
Well, I suggest that people get annual memberships, because with an annual membership, you actually get a little bit of a discount, and then it's basically £1 a day.
That's really good, actually, especially with the whole people going and spending £5-6 on a coffee a day. It's your property education. And also, I don't like being at a laptop, and you can have this on your phone as an app. So you can log in on your phone anywhere and just learn and take what you want from it. There's courses, but there's like anything you need from it is going to be on there.
Ask questions. That's what I would like to suggest. And if you take one thing from here, from what you're listening, whether you're watching live or you're watching these as a recorded, then ask questions wherever you find us. If you found us on LinkedIn, TikTok, WhatsApp, on Substack itself, add comments with what is it that you're looking for, with what is it that you are struggling with, because no question is a stupid question. And if we know what your questions are, we know what we need to produce for you. As that
can help shape the future of content that we bring.
Exactly. What else is it that we could do, or potentially discuss for the future members? Why should they join? We know that they have everything that they will need for their property journey. We talked about accountability as well. The other thing that I would like to say is the network. What can you tell about, inside the Secret Property Club? You're going to build your own network, right?
Yeah, 100%. It's about connecting with people and building relationships. So you wouldn't get married on the first date. And it's about building those relationships and building trust with people as well.
I'll tell you what, even though I wouldn't say I'm one of the founders, but one of the three of us, from somebody in the group that's a lot more experienced than I am in property, I've managed to share one of their mortgage brokers. And actually, I've been trying to chase a mortgage broker who understands what I'm doing for about 2 years now. And then I might actually have got my first title split pretty much there before I've even offered on it, because I've got the right people around me now. And that was from this group. And that's bloody game changer for me. So even I admit that we don't know everything, but from the people in the group, we can support the journey, and just everybody wins them.
Yes.
Yes. We're going to learn from each other. Us three are going to learn from other members within the.
So it's not just the network of investors that we are finding is the network of industry professionals, right? Whether that's a broker, solicitor, the recommendations of what we have in the group.
Yeah,
And
and
these will
all the
people-
resources.
And these will be people that understand property investors and the challenges that they bring.
Mhm.
Looking at deal, trying to get the right funding. Because I know you mentioned the other night, Heidi, that you're helping somebody with a serviced accommodation unit, for example, and actually
Yeah.
physically get that set up. So not a lot of people would actually do that. So you're bringing in where to get the furniture packs, the people, and all the appliances and everything else, and actually getting people into those properties to actually get the SA units set up so they can obviously go live with them,
Yeah,
start making bookings.
it's multiple. This is so cliche, but it is multiple streams of income and property. So, for example, yes, you can get a rent to serviced accommodation. You can do the management of that serviced accommodation, or you can break down each package. So, I now charge for setting up units, and I've managed to get like a process where I actually don't do a lot of it. So I've set up units and I can earn income off each little bit. So from one deal, that's not even my deal, I can earn like 4 streams of income off it, potentially, even if I source them it or just take it on. So yeah, there's loads of ways that I've learned that I haven't necessarily learned at training as well. So yeah, we're very reactive to supporting people. So if you've got an idea or any suggestions or any feedback, or you think, oh, I'm a little bit stuck, we're here for that guidance as well. So it doesn't have to necessarily be property. It's very business orientated if you're struggling with just day-to-day running of your business. I
Mhm.
really like time management as well, and coaching and project management. So I've got my own bespoke time management model. There's a lot of that factored in as well, because again, property is quite lonely, it's quite difficult until you've got those right people around you to go, have you tried this instead actually, or are you all right?
Yeah. Before we finish
I
today,
think some people might take it for granted. But
yes. Before we finish today, I just wanted to you just mentioned a couple of the topics and subjects that we plan to have inside the Secret Property Club. But actually, it would be a nice exercise, and I have my pen here.
Oh.
Would be a nice exercise to just brainstorm a little bit of the topics that we think people will find it most valuable. And based on my experience, right? Based on my experience and the things that we see on our Facebook group, that's where kind of we see people's comments and stuff. We have raising money. I think.
Yeah.
Raising money.
Raising money, but also stacking a deal. So like for me, I probably shouldn't, but I work on a lot of gut feeling. And then my business partners are like, no, do some real maths. So like now, one's designed calculators to go, this is what's safe. And then like my mortgage brokers give me a calculator to go, put all your stuff in here and it'll spit out whether it's a deal. I'm like, oh my God, that's brilliant. So we need one, how to raise finance or get it from the right people.
Yep.
Is this actually a deal? Whatever that is.
Stacking a deal. Yeah.
Stacking a deal, whether it's a rent to rent deal or selling a deal or buying a deal or whatever.
Due diligence.
Is it a deal? One, crying, are you okay? So the well-being accountability of property is mega shit sometimes. Are you okay? And then the accountability to go, have you tried this? So it's not really a topic, it's more of a journey of this is what we're going to cover to actually get you from here to here's a deal.
Well, it is a topic, isn't it? It's well-being, it's mindset, it's you being okay in the right, I think, state of mind. You don't want it to be too stressful. You don't want to be doing something that it's causing you stress you're not enjoying. You need to enjoy the ride a little bit as well. And the sessions that you do, the well-being Wednesdays, they are great. So I want to invite everybody to come and join your sessions. They are Wednesdays. And what time are they? 10 o'clock 11 o'clock?
Yeah. So again, normally in the day. So 2 things. You can either, if you're self-employed, you can join that. If you're working from home, you can join at lunchtime. So we can adapt times to suit everybody. So obviously we appreciate you might be already self-employed or you might not be able to do the timing. So we can look at that as well.
Yeah, I'm sure there is a section on secretpropertyclub.com, Substack. You will have the different events, the times, the registration links, so everybody can find what's the next event.
So our next up, I'm hosting a networking event tomorrow morning, which will be the 19th of February for anybody watching this back after that. But yeah, it's completely free, and the link is in the Secret Property Club, and be more than welcome to obviously join us.
Yeah, that's perfect. Secretpropertyclub.com, the place to go. Another thing that I find very interesting, a lot of people ask and are curious about, because it's not very simple, is very attractive, is purchase lease options.
Mm.
I've done a purchase lease option myself. In fact, is probably one of the properties that gives me the least headaches. It's just they're good tenants. They pay their rent and the cash flows. Well, net profits about $450 per month. That one property, and it was just so simple. And the best part of it all is that on that deal, I genuinely helped the vendor. The vendor, months after, kept messaging me just saying thank you of how that creative solution helped them so much financially.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have to pay that mortgage that they couldn't afford anymore. Anyway, so purchasing is another thing that I think we're going to be covering a lot inside the Secret Property Club, and then the different strategies that people already have. They are familiar with HMO, service accommodation, just the vanilla buy-to-lets. How do you manage refurbs? What are the pitfalls that you can get into when you're doing refurbs and dealing with contractors? I don't know. There's just so many different topics and subjects. Everything is going to be covered inside the Secret Property Club. I'm not sure if you want to add anything else for today, or if there are any questions on the comments. But if not, I think I'm happy to wrap it up, and then we're going to be doing this a few more times, talking about each one of the different topics that we discussed.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I agree with you. We'll be doing this more often.
Yes,
Looking
Steve.
forward to the future. Yeah.
Yes, there we go.
So on
Okay.
that note, thank you very much for joining. Thank you for listening. And if you've got any questions inside the Secret Property Club or the Facebook page or anywhere else, ask away and we'll get them sorted for you.
Perfect. It sounds good to me. Okay. Thank you very much. Bye-bye, guys. Thank you.
Everyone.